Today we need to change the blade on this bandsaw, so I thought I'd record it and show you guys how it's done. First things first, make sure your saw is unplugged. Then we're going to remove the throat plate and the table pin. I also like to remove the fence, just makes things a little easier. Then we're going to back all of our guides away from the blade, gives it a little more wiggle room, and we're going to have to reset them up later depending on the blade, so just makes sense. Don't forget to back off your bottom guides as well, and if you've got a dust shroud like we do here, drop it out of the way. Then while we're down here, we'll just open up our wheel housings. Today we're doing this on our Laguna 1412. If you have a different bandsaw, all the steps are going to be the same, but all the little details might be different, so be sure to check your manual. Next we're going to take the tension off of the blade. And you can use your big quick release lever, but if you're going from a wide blade to a skinnier blade, those take a lot less tension. You want to make sure you back off with your tension knob, because if you go to re-engage the lever and still set to that high tension, you could damage your blade. Bandsaw blades have a mind of their own, so I like gloves for this part. You just gotta work it out. You're gonna have to work a little bit on this side and a little bit on this side, and it'll probably get caught, but it'll be okay. Just need some patience. And then it just slides out right through that slot in your table where you removed the table pin. You should always properly store your blades. So to coil this up, we'll step on it, and we do a half twist and a full twist. There you go. I like to put some masking tape or like a twist tie on this before I store it away. Once you have your new blade, you want to carefully unwind it. I like to basically do the same thing in reverse. Now, when you're putting your blade on your saw, you want to make sure the teeth are facing you. If your teeth are facing the saw, as you feed it in and turn to put it on the wheels, it's going to be backwards. Then, just like before, we kind of have to work in both sides at the same time. And of course, it'd be really nice if we had 3 hands, but we don't. So we just got to have some patience and feed it in. Alright, looks good. It's about centered on the wheel, but we want to engage the tension, and that'll help hold it in place. Now we can do the fine adjustments. A lot of people say that they like the bottom of their gullets in the middle of their bandsaw tire, but you have to be careful on thicker blades because that could push this blade too far back, and then it'll rub here and your wheel won't be able to rotate. Bandsaws have this guide for tension, but you don't want to rely on that. That just kind of gets you in the ballpark. Now, once we have it set to 3/4, we're going to check by hand, make sure everything rotates freely. Make sure the blade doesn't track back or forth on the blade. We want it to stay put. Looks pretty good. If it does, you can adjust the tracking with your tracking knob on the back. And then we want to double check the tension. So I usually do it right here because this is the biggest unsupported section of blade. And you only want it to deflect about 1/8 of an inch. That seems like a little too much. I'm going to increase the tension a little bit. That looks much better. Now we need to close it up and reset our guides. When you're setting your guides, you want them to be very close, but not touching. So I like to push it all the way forward and then pull it back about 1/16 of an inch. We'll lock it down. And then the front part of your side guides here should be just below the gullet of that blade. So scoot it up a little bit. then we'll scoot these sides in. Some people like to use a business card or a dollar bill. It's just hard to do from that side. Alright, our guides are set up. We'll put our table pin back. And our throat blade. Now, the blade was tracking really well when I was doing it by hand. So I'm going to turn the saw on briefly and then turn it back off and double check that things haven't moved. If you have any other questions about bandsaws, be sure to stop into your local Woodcraft store or head online to woodcraft.com.